In these notes, we're going to learn how to solve by graphing, which is for a system of equations. It says I can solve a system of equations by graphing, elimination, or substitution method. So just to recall, a system is two or more equations. Now, you could get three different types of answers. You could get one solution, which means your answer will be an ordered pair. It's where your lines intersect. No solution, when the lines are parallel. Parallel lines have the same slope but different y-intercept, so they will not intersect. And then infinitely many solutions are where the lines are actually the same. So if you notice closely, my blue line and my red line overlap. If you ever given this problem on a quiz or a test or even on your homework, you just need to graph the line once. I'm just showing you that they overlap. So the best thing to do is remember that it needs to be in slope-intercept form. So y equals mx plus b. Now, in example 1, the two equations I gave you in notes were y equals 1/3 x minus 3, and also 2x plus y equals 4. Now remember, it needs to be in slope-intercept form, which the first equation is. So I'm going to draw my first one in blue. We're going to go down to 3 because that's our y-intercept. And then my slope says go up 1, right 3. So I'm going to go up 1 place, move 3 to the right, up 1, move 3 to the right until I run out of room. Now when you run out of room, you do the opposite. Go down and then to the left. Down and to the left until you run out of room. And then make sure, especially for this unit, you draw as straight of a line as possible because you don't know where the intersection point is going to be if there is one. Now for my red equation, if you notice, y is not isolated. It is not by itself. So we need to move that 2x over. We undo it by minusing 2x. Now I officially have that y by itself. We're just doing the mx plus b, so that's why I'm moving the -2 before. Now that was my red equation, so I'm going to go up 4 because that's my y-intercept. -2 means go down. There's really a 1 there, so that means go to the right. So down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. Keep going even though you found the intersection, because part of the assignment is to graph. When you find the intersection, that's what this point is right here. Just label it. So this will be 3, -2. Now use your answer. It says it's an ordered pair, so the answer would be one solution. It's one solution because they intersect at 3, -2. Now you're going to do the same thing for your turn. In this case, your turn equation was 3y equals 3x plus 15. Now notice y is not isolated, so I have to divide by 3. So then I get y equals 3 divided by 3 is just x, and then 15 divided by 3 is 5. So I'm going to begin at 5. And notice I put that 1 in front of the x because that's the number if it's not shown. So then it's just up 1, right 1 over and over again until you run out of room. Do the same going backwards. Use the straight edge or the ruler. Make it as straight as possible. Now the second equation that I gave you was already in slope-intercept form. So then you just follow your b, which is in this case -1. And once again, you're going to go down 2, right 1. And then you're going to go up and then to the left. These two lines intersect, and that ordered pair is -2, 3. So you can once again say it's one solution because the two lines or the lines intersect at -2, 3. So that is what a one solution will look like. Now example 2 will give you what a no solution or infinitely many solution will look like. So let's see which one it is. So our first equation is y equals -2x plus 3. So then we begin at 3. Sorry, I don't know why my pen was tripping out there. That should be better. Okay, and then once again go down 2, right 1. So down 2, right 1. Make sure you draw your line straighter than what I just did. Use your planner edge or use your ID or a piece of paper, something to make it straight, because then you'll be able to see the answer better. So our second equation is 4x plus 2y equals -2. Now this is the hardest one because remember we're trying to get y isolated to be in slope-intercept form. So we have to minus 4x on both sides. The -2 and the -4x are not like terms, so just rewrite it. Now our y is not isolated still, so that means we have to divide by 2 because we are multiplying. So then we have y equals -2x minus 1. What I did there was just divide -4 by 2, got -2. I divided -2 by 2, and that's how I got the -1. So then we begin at -1, go down 2, right 1, over and over again until you run out of room, and then you do the opposite. Now you should notice what's going on with these lines. If you draw your line straight enough, you'll see that they're parallel. Now parallel lines mean they have the exact same slope. In this case, the slope is -2 and different y-intercepts. The blue equation has a y-intercept of 3, and then the red one has a y-intercept of -1. So since they have the same slope, they're never going to intersect, which means no solution. So the answer is no solution because the lines are parallel and will never touch. Now for your turn 2. The first equation that was given was y equals -3x plus 2, which is awesome because it's in slope-intercept form. So you're going to begin at 2, go down 3, right 1 this time, till you run out of room. And then go up 3, left 1, because it's the opposite. Draw your line using your straight edge. Now be careful here because it looks kind of like it's isolated. It's just because the y has a coefficient of 1. However, that 3x is still hanging out, so we have to minus 3x on both sides. And then make sure you write a -4. You can see I almost wrote a +4. That's also a very common mistake. Your b is -4. So then go down 3, right 1, until you run out of room. Then go up 3, left 1. And then you draw your lines. Once again, same slope. This slope is -3. 2 different y-intercepts. The blue one is 2. The red one's -4, which in this case are different. So it would be no solution. Because the lines are parallel. Now, lastly, example 3. We have y equals 1/2 x minus 1. So then we're going to begin at -1. And now be careful. This says 1/2, so it's up 1 only, and then right 2. And then you're going to do the opposite down and then to the left. Use your straight edge. Now our second equation is 2y equals x minus 2. Got to divide everything by 2. The biggest mistake I see as a teacher, students forget that there's a 1 in front of the x. So then it stays 1/2. And then the second mistake, of course, is to forget, students forget to do that one. So -2/2 is -1. If you notice, my slope is the same, my y-intercept is the same. So if I were to graph that, it would overlap exactly. And of course, yours would be better because you have a straight edge and you're not working on a tablet like I am. So when you have overlapping, it's infinitely many solutions. Because the equations are the same. Now for your turn 3, I'm not going to write the sentence, I'll just do the work. We have the 3x plus y equals -4. So we're going to minus 3x on both sides. Notice that the -4 and -3 are not like terms. So we're going to begin at -4 and then down 3, right 1, down 3, right 1. And then the opposite is up to the left. Draw your line using your straight edge. And then your second equation is already set up in slope-intercept form. So once again, you should notice the slopes are the same, the y-intercepts are the same. So that means when you graph it, and I don't need you to graph it a second time, just showing you for sake of showing you, that your blue line is going to overlap the red line. So that would be infinitely many solutions.